everyone, welcome to the video. I'm hoping to make this work, and let's see if I can make this work on LinkedIn as well. If not, you can please look it up on YouTube. So let's see if I can make it work on LinkedIn as well. Yes. Apologize for the short delay in the video. I'm think there's some issue with the LinkedIn video. So anyway, this will be available on YouTube as well. So this is the second preview of the webinar that I will be conducting on 21st of October, that is next Thursday. In the first preview, if you have seen if you were for the stream on Monday, or if you have seen it on YouTube, I talked about how the corrosion of aluminum alloys was handled in research and in industry specifications, and how I will talk more about it in the webinar. Today's topic is coatings, and I've chosen a specific topic for coatings because this is a very widely used subject. So the topic for today for coatings is a steel petroleum tank, because I wanted to start from something that's really very commonly used and very critical. So if you have a steel petroleum tank, you'll have a host of different different structures, and especially if you're talking about petroleum, it has corrosion problems on the outside as well as on the inside. If you have problems on the inside, there are some coatings that are used for the internal linings of such tanks. Now when we start looking at the internal linings, and just start to search from online resources, we find that we have TDS, that is a technical data sheets, and a host of such linings available. So such linings usually may be of epoxy coatings, and they are usually said to have a very good resistance to chemicals and water. So that satisfies the criteria that the internal lining should protect the steel from corrosion, internal corrosion, whatever may be there in the inside. It may be process water or H2S or such things. So if you want to choose, if you are working in the industry, want to choose, we usually go from the technical data sheet, and then we look at the properties of the coating. So such properties may include solids by volume, gloss level. I have talked a bit about these properties and how to read a technical data sheet in one of my YouTube videos. Please go and check it out. So next comes to film thickness. So if we really want to start using this coating, what is the film thickness that we should use? And so you will have a few numbers which are given over here. Now when we know that this film thickness, fine, now how do we actually go about applying the coating? So if we then come to what the surfaces it is compatible with, whether your petroleum tank is of carbon steel, or is it galvanized steel, or does it have any other coatings on it, depending on that, you will prepare the surface first so that the further application of the coating is easier. Then for the application, such coatings will usually be may contain two or more components, and they should be mixed in a certain area. And after that, if you want to really dry it, recoat it, or you want to see when you can start using the tank, there will be such products like the dried or cured for service. So this is something that comes when you want to choose the technical data sheet. So okay, if you have a number of coatings, all this matches your operation, so excellent, we can start using it. Then there is a certain there is this document which is called a MSDS. Now in MSDS is usually considered to see to either as a documentation part, or to see how it is actually looked at from the how it actually is in the hazardous consequences. So that is, I think, the be all and end all of most of the MSDS. Or during transportation of the coatings, you will usually need the MSDS, so that you have all the documentation in place. However, when you have 2 different or 3 different coating types, such ingredients can give an idea of what your coating actually contains. So for this particular coating you have a certain criteria, then for the other part of the coating you have different criteria. So selecting a coating for a particular industry application will end at these 3 steps. Now when researchers start to think about coatings, they will actually go the other way around. So they'll first start from the composition. That's why if we do a simple search of the epoxy coating for petroleum tank, you can see that there are so many results. If I start to reduce the number, if you start to see just for the tanks, you'll have even more results. So you can see how much of work is being done in this topic, and so many coatings are in the process. So why is it that this much research is not translated into industry? The major way is in how this research is represented. So let's take a small example. Here this is a typical format, and you can see that first instead of starting so in industry the composition is usually looked at last, but in research the composition is given first. So the research starts from what can be done more in the existing coating. So first will be your coating and the materials that are used for the coatings, and after that those coatings will be then tested in different ways. So you have salt spray, and you have SEM EDX, or you can have weight loss analysis, then you have AFM, so then you have EIS. So all of these are this is an electrochemical test, and most others are physical tests. You have mechanical test. But some of them are really, like SEM EDX, are really very advanced characterization techniques which are not looked at in the industry. So even if these results are excellent, they are not talked about in the way industry wants. Or if industry has say 2 or 3 different coatings to choose from, it may not necessarily go to these properties and see if exactly which of them has a better corrosion resistance. So this is something that is kind of a gap between the communication that goes on in the coating research and coating industry. Only when a person in coating research actually goes into the coating industry, only that time his or her skills can actually be used for the coating development. So I will talk about these differences in detail in the upcoming webinar. So I hope to see you guys there, and if you have any questions, please do let me know soon. Thank you.